Oaks double. Can she follow in the hoof prints of the likes of Enable and Snowfall? Let's find out with Richard.
So the Group 1 of the day, the Pertemps Network's Yorkshire Oaks over in Minnie Hauk. The four runners leave the stalls. Garden of Eden encouraged along. So as a result, will Killing Queen accept that? The two of them do stride on. Minnie Hauk will slot in, and one would imagine that Estrange's tactics will be to get on the back of Minnie Hauk, stay there and delay her challenge till as late as possible. But Garden of Eden is going to try and ensure the sort of stamina test that Minnie Hauk would like back in third place. So Garden of Eden, pacemaker, only leading by 3. Killing Queen in second. In third is Minnie Hauk, and Estrange last of the quartet. So Garden of Eden out on the front end. They're working down the side of the racecourse. Wayne Lorden, and about 5 lengths clear now. Killing Queen didn't want to get involved in a battle for the lead, and is currently the meat in the Ballydoyle sandwich, with in third place Minnie Hauk and Estrange in last place. Connections will be hoping that she will handle the ground and be able to deliver a challenge as Garden of Eden continues to press on. Ryan Moore's just moved off the back of Killing Queen. Estrange is not going to move off the back of Minnie Hauk as they make their way down the side of the racecourse. So 5 furlongs or so under their belts now. A near 12-second furlong there from Garden of Eden, and that is pretty pacey. Leads by 6 lengths now from Killing Queen in second, Minnie Hauk in third, Estrange in fourth place as they make their way round the bend. So a brisk gallop being set despite the small field, and this Pertemps Network Yorkshire Oaks, and setting it is Garden of Eden leading by 5. Killing Queen in second place, Minnie Hauk in third, and Estrange held up last of the quartet, who are making the turn back towards home, led by Garden of Eden, who's going to straighten with a lead of 4 to 5 lengths. In second, Killing Queen, Minnie Hauk in third, and Estrange will continue to shadow Minnie Hauk as they make their way up the home straight. Garden of Eden leading by 2 to 3 lengths. In second, Killing Queen, Minnie Hauk just being angled out, and Estrange trying to deliver her challenge up the centre of the racecourse. Minnie Hauk and Estrange, a game of cat and mouse as Killing Queen, and on the inside Garden of Eden now. Minnie Hauk, the head a little bit high on Estrange, maybe she's just feeling the ground slightly, and Minnie Hauk's grinding away, and Estrange in second place is struggling now to bridge the gap. Minnie Hauk leads. Can Estrange find anything? The gap is a length and a half, and out in front Minnie Hauk is beginning to move away, and Estrange is beaten off in second. Garden of Eden is third, and Minnie Hauk beginning to power away. Leads from Estrange in second. The winning margin probably over 2 lengths. Minnie Hauk leads from Estrange, passing the line in the Yorkshire Oaks. So 2 Oaks against her own generation, and sees off Estrange. In third place was Garden of Eden, and in fourth Killing Queen. It didn't really become a protracted battle because Estrange could never really quite deliver the potent turn of foot. So I wonder if she was just feeding the ground slightly. The head did come up, and once she was off the bridle, you don't know. The one thing that Minnie Hauk will not do is stop. She holds a lot of entries, the Ledger, the Irish Ledger, the Irish Champion, the Champion Stakes, and the Fillies of Mares. So right the way through from 1.25 miles up to the Ledger distances. Estrange has run well, and more cutting the ground later on will suit her. Garden of Eden in third did her job, and it was all too hot for Killing Queen. Pretty easy in the end for Minnie Hauk, and Aidan O'Brien on the board with Ryan Moore,
who adds yet another Oaks, emulating some Ballydoyle greats, Ruby. We'll have to wait for the arc. She'll need supplementing. How good is she, do you think?
I think she's very good. I mean, you equate what she did to Estrange, and you look from Estrange back to Garden of Eden and Killing Queen, how far she beat the two of them. Now, this filly was, I think, really, really good. And when Estrange came to her between the 3 and the 2, all of a sudden she came alive and the race was over. I think she's a really, really good filly. Be interesting to see what Ryan says. Not that he's going to say too much, but I think she's really, really good. And I'm surprised she's not in the arc. I think she's a better filly than World, and I think she could be anything. If you get something better to tow her for further, or something to get beside her and make her competitive, she's a really, really good filly.
Estrange has run well in second. 120 grand, I think it would be to supplement for Longchamp. I think you rather enjoyed this, didn't you, Adele? They're waiting for the official confirmation of the winning distance.
I mean, I think I'm looking all right on that front, but I just love the fact that she, like Ruby said, when Estrange came to her, I feel like she really enjoyed that battle. That's what I like about her. I think she's like tough where you want her to be. I like the way she's progressed through the season, and She's got huge stride. She has a quite high cruising speed as well, which is nice to see. And Estrange is a talented filly. Arguably, I think she's probably better with a bit more juice in the ground. But she's come up against a very talented filly and had to give her £9. That's hard to do.
Winning distance?
How much?
3.5 lengths.
Hey.
Drinks are on you.
What did the Grinch say at the start of the show?
Yeah, no
no,
drink.
she never wins by far.
No orange juice.
Let's enjoy the filly.
Do you remember the filly actually back at Chester at the beginning of the year? Do you remember the blow that she had after winning the Cheshire Oaks?
Well, it's interesting she didn't wear a noseband.
Yeah. Well, she clearly wasn't that fit either that day, was she? She was doing it on natural ability. They said she'd improve a lot for that, which clearly she then did do at Epsom, just getting the better of World. So I don't want to deflect from the win here, but who is she better than World?
Well, I don't know. Francesca Whirl is one of my absolute favourites now. It is a tough decision, that one. I'm not sure.
You're going to take on Ruby again because he's clearly in the Minnie Hauk camp.
Well, World mile 2 and this one mile 4, right?
Yeah, I think as you said, Whirl over a bit shorter, and I think she stays all day long, doesn't she?
She's ridden by Brett Doyle each day, Jason.
Yeah.
Siobhan led her up today, and Pat Keating working away as he always is. And let's see what Ollie can get from Ryan.
Yeah, it's a 5th Yorkshire Oaks for Ryan Moore. It looked pretty straightforward, was it?
Yeah, she's a straightforward filly. She's obviously very high class. Her record indicates how classy she is, and it was fairly straightforward. She travelled there very well from the 3 to the 2. She doesn't do a whole lot when she gets to the front, but when you ask her, she finds.
I know lots of conversations need to be had, but Ruby was just mentioning about the arc for her. She will need supplementing, but firstly, how important is the ground for her? Is she pretty versatile ground-wise, and would the arc be a race you'd like to see her in?
The ground wouldn't worry me particularly. I think she's won a slow ground at Epsom and fastest surface today. She's very good moving filly, so the ground wouldn't be an issue either way. Maybe extremes, you don't know, but at the moment she kind of adapts to most things.
And finally, Ruby was also comparing her to Whirl, and he thought this filly was a bit ahead of Whirl. I know that it's probably unfair to compare horses, but do you think there's much between her and Whirl?
They're both deceptive. They only kind of do what they need to do, and this filly, I think, the better race she'll be in, the better you'll see her. Well, keeps improving, so we don't know where the seeding is for either.
Well done, Ryan. Thank you.